Alright, good evening. Today we're going to look at a product that is a wee bit controversial, at least for those in the know. This is kind of controversial. We have the cable itself here. I've got a bag of tips, and I've got a zippered cloth carrying case, which is kind of a nice little addition there. If I can get it open. Little case to hold stuff in. That's nice. And a wide assortment of tips here, which dump out there. There is no other instructions in the box itself, but there's a chart here with some different brands and stuff on it. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, it has to be a 19 volt laptop. 19 or 20 volt laptop is what this boils down to. Nice little warning label on here with some specifications. This actually says double-sided. It's the same information on both sides. Let me see if I can get this where the camera will see it. It may not be able to focus, excuse me. Yeah, it's, I don't know, in my monitor the focus isn't looking that good, but it's a warning about what it will and won't work with. You got the end for the cables and your USB C. So to be clear, this is definitely not going to be a product that is blessed by any manufacturer whatsoever, but they include an awful lot of tips that you could charge stuff with. This one I recognize as being common to solar power stations like Jackery and the like, so potentially you could charge some kind of power station with that. This is a Lenovo Slim Tip. I find it extremely unlikely that this is going to work with a Lenovo product, mainly because anything that uses Slim Tip uses more wattage than this is probably able to provide, but it's there. And a bunch of other DC barrel jacks. I only have one laptop here to try this with today. This is a very old Dell Inspiron 3000 series, Inspiron 11 3000 series, 11-inch 2-in-1 folding laptop with the touchscreen. It's actually pretty nice. Despite its age, I like this old laptop and I'd like to keep it going, but one of the liability issues that I have with it is I have one and only one charging connector for it, and it is a DC barrel jack connector to charge this laptop. So not having a spare charger and having to carry a proprietary charger with me is kind of a bummer. So I'm hoping that if I can find the right tip to go with this laptop, that I can charge it with USB-C that I travel with and not have to carry a proprietary charger. So obviously we're just gonna go along here until we find, okay, so I found a tip that fits. Don't really know which one it is, but it fits, so there's a start, and there is a polarized plug, right, to hook this up to the USB end. So let's see here. Looks like my screen rotated. Actually, that's fine. Let's let the screen rotate, because I want the DC side to be over here. So I'm gonna open up the battery window. There we are. So if you can see that, it shows 90%. Obviously it's not charging. This is the USB-C and A charging brick that I carry with me normally. This thing is good to, I don't know, at least 65 watts minimum, but I think it can do a little more. It supports a wide variety of charging protocols, so I'm hoping that I can plug the USB-C into here and then charge this laptop. So, moment of truth. Let's see what happens to my poor laptop when I plug this in. And can you read that? It says power mode plugged in. Sorry, and there's a little notification from Microsoft Defender right at the worst time, which is typical of Microsoft, am I right? So it says plugged in, we're in the best performance power mode, and I assume that means that we are charging. Try to get a better verification here. Let's go to battery settings maybe. Let's see what this is saying. Screen brightness got a little brighter. It's not a fast laptop, but it's pretty nice. Battery is at 90%. Let's see, battery. In the battery menu. So it says we're plugged in. It might not be charging just because we're already at 90% or better charge. I wish there was a better indication here. Try to find a power menu. Power, sleep, battery, battery saver settings. Yeah, it's not showing me anything else, but we are plugged in here, and we are showing that we are in the high performance mode, so we're running off of AC and we're getting more power because we're plugged in. Oh, and there's a little green LED on there as well, which is kind of nice. I don't know if it's going to go any higher than 90% while we're on the video here. I don't want to drag out the video just to find out if it's going to keep charging, but it definitely appears like everything is okay so far. It shows that it's plugged in. It shows that we're able to go to the high performance mode because we have AC power, and everything seems to be well and good here. So we did not fry that particular laptop. That looks good. Got many other adapters here. This would also be nice if a family member, why does it never fail that when a family member wants to drop off a broken laptop for you to look at, they don't think to give you the power cord? Well, in a lot of cases now, I'm probably going to have the power cord because 19 volts is a pretty typical charging voltage for many different laptops. Having all these different tips will give me more options and make it more likely that I will be able to charge up or do some testing on their laptop even when they don't remember to bring the cord. Still skeptical of whether the slim tip Lenovo would actually work, and I'm not honestly willing to plug in something sketchy. I'll use that word. These things are a little bit sketchy. These things are, you shouldn't probably be using them if you don't know what you're doing kind of territory, and based on the reviews it's pretty evident that there's some people who kind of know what they're doing, some people who totally know what they're doing, and some people who have no idea and probably shouldn't have bought this. But if you know your laptop charges from 19 volts, this is basically going to adapt a USB-C output, which is 19-20 volts approximately, into the correct barrel jack for an older laptop. Give you that ability to charge that older laptop with a USB-C cord, and now I don't have to carry the charging brick for this laptop with me necessarily. I think it's just not charging because we're already at 90%, but even still that appears to be working, so I'm happy with it.